Hello class, this is your instructor, Miss Birchfield, and in this lesson we're going to go over scientific notation. So scientific notation is a convenient shorthand notation for writing very large and very small numbers. So steps to writing a number in scientific notation. We are going to move the decimal point in the original number until the new number has a value between 1 and 10. All right, so and including 1. Then we will count the number of decimal places that the decimal point has moved in step 1. And if the original number is 10 or greater, the count is positive. And if the original number is less than 1, the count is negative. So to use scientific notation, then the original number has to be a positive number. And then we will write the product of the new number in step 1 by 10 raised to the exponent that we found in step 2. So these first two, for A and B, what we're going to do is write it in scientific notation. So there's no decimal here, so it's understood to be on the end. So when I start moving my decimal, I'm going to start moving it in between these numbers. Well, when I get to this part, the number that I would write is 368. That's too big. We need the number between 1 and 10. If I move it again, that's 36. So that's still not between 1 and 10, but if I move it in between the 3 and the 6, that would give us a number that's between 1 and 10. So we would write 3.68. We're going to write times 10. So the original number is large. So our exponent is positive, and an exponent would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, a positive 7. Here we have a decimal. This is our decimal. We're going to move the decimal until we find a number between 1 and 10. So that is going to be 5.3. Times 10. Well, this number is very small, so it's less than 1. So we're going to count. It's going to be a negative exponent. We're going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it will be a negative 5. Here we have scientific notation, but we want to write the original number. So what I'm going to do is write out 1.278. Since this is positive, the number that we write has to be bigger than 10. To get a number bigger than 10, I'm going to have to move the decimal to the right. So I'm going to move 1, 2, 3 places, but I need to go 3 more. So I'm going to 1, 2, 3, and put a decimal, and I'm just going to add some zeros in to account for those numbers that were not there. So our number is 1,278,000. That was the original number. Here, I'm going to start out with 4.03. Negative exponent makes this a number less than 1. To get a number less than 1, we're going to move to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's going to be enter in our zeros. So this is the original number, 4403. So this is tenths, hundred thousand, 10,000, hundred thousand. So that's 403 thousandths is that number, the original number. All right, thank you class for listening. If you have any questions, just let me know.